Hello, so in this video we're going to talk a little bit about the importance of physical fitness, how it's important to you, what benefits it has to you. If you're looking for some updates on our travels and our fitness abroad, then that'll be in Thursday's video, so stay tuned for that. For this video, all about importance of physical fitness. My name is Mark and I'm here to help you live a better, healthier life. My goal is to help as many people as I can get into shape and improve their quality of life. Now, if this is important to you and you want to learn more about practical and effective ways to improve your health and fitness, please start now by hitting the subscription button, the notification bell, so you don't miss any of our videos going forward. And now, without further ado, let's jump right in. Okay, so what is physical fitness? It is one of those things that it differs for everybody, but in general, it is just being healthier and fitter than you were before. It is one of those things where starting from morbidly obese, on a couch, playing computer games, going to the kitchen or ordering a takeaway, it was quite easy to take the first steps to become more physically fit. And it is one of those things that it does lots of good things for you, least of which is improving, your physical, your muscle structure, your bones, making sure that they stay strong and healthy. But it has lots of impacts on your life overall. From if you're struggling to put your shoes and socks on without getting a sweat, in terms of flexibility, in terms of, everything else, it has such an effect on life, particularly if you're starting from a morbidly obese point. It is one of those things that it makes a massive difference overall in your short term, but also in the long term to how you feel, how you interact with everything around you. Like I said, from shoes to actually going out with friends, there's lots of things there that having a more physically fit body is going to have an impact on you and how you live your life. I noticed this over the years. Things became possible, things became easier. It was one of those things where things improved. It is just gradual and slowly, and you only really notice it when you look back over the past months and years and you go, did I really struggle to do that? Was I out of breath walking to the corner shop? It is one of those things that it does make a massive impact. But what are the things that it improves, that it helps, that it actually promotes within you? So it is one of those, I'm saying one of those things lots, but it is something that being more physically fit will improve your respiratory system, your cardiovascular health, and your overall health, allowing you to do more. But staying active can help maintain a healthy weight, or at least start getting you towards a healthy weight. It can reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes, which is, not the end of all, but it is certainly a chronic disorder that will affect your life going forward. But then also things like heart disease. It can actually, improving your overall physical fitness, can actually help reduce strokes and control your, blood pressure if you've got high blood pressure, hypertension, or whatever else. But it's also proven to actually help reduce some cancers, particularly colon and breast cancer. Being physically fit is one of those things where it has an impact on every single element of your life. From the little bits that you do on a daily basis that just get easier to your overall, how long you're going to last. It is one of those things that I certainly have spent past tense. I spent many years getting to the size I was at my biggest. And it is one of those things that it will not take a week or two to get back from there. But you will start seeing results in the short term. Those little activities around the house, whether it's doing some cleaning, whether it's going to the shops, things will become a little bit easier. And those are the short-term gains. Those are the things that you can actually see on a day-to-day basis and have an impact on your life. And they're really important to actually how you function. You'll get more confidence and self-esteem because you will feel better about yourself. You'll look better in those clothes. They'll become baggier, which unfortunately does mean you have to go shopping every now and again. But those are all things that are incredibly important in terms of what being physically fit gets you, or fitter, I should say. I can't say I'm physically fit, but I'm fitter than I was before. And that has all those different impacts for you. My advice, coming from somebody who has been and morbidly obese and is currently obese, it is take those little wins, those things that become easier, those things that become run of the mill because you're no longer thinking about them. You don't sit there in a cold sweat thinking, God, I need to go and do something and I'm just going to be a sweaty mess by the end of it. You will feel better doing those things. And it is one of the nicest moments in in my life when you actually sit there and go, actually, a year ago, I couldn't have done this. My wife and I went to the Lake District, and although I managed to do some of the walks, we went back a few years later, and those walks were, far easier. I'm not saying they were easy. I still was a little bit sweaty by the end of them, but something that took me hours and had to stop multiple times and have a sit down, became something that was just you and your partner, you and your dog, or both, in my case, going for a walk and doing it and enjoying the views and not have to sit there for 10 minutes, getting your breath and recovering. But it's all small steps. Don't think like I did at some points where you're suddenly going to wave a magic wand, go to the gym 3 times, and suddenly you will be physically fit. I know it's a journey, and it's a journey hopefully we're all on together, where we are becoming more physically fit. We're becoming stronger and better by the day and by the week, and that will have a massive impact on your life going forward. I hope that was useful. I hope that gives you some reasons why physically being fit is important, is so important to you, your health, mental and physical, in terms of where you're going on this journey. We've talked previously about some of the things that have motivated me, and I still say that you need to find that motivation for you. But if you're watching this, hopefully you have started your journey or you're well on your way, and this will just reinforce how important it is to be more physically fit than you were before. So if you enjoyed this video, please do smash the like button, and I will see you in the next video.